3D models, such as this robot, are composed out of many individual parts. Other robots have different parts. Can we combine parts from these two robots and generate a blended shape? And what would be the interpolated shape between these three robots? In this paper, we present a system that allows the user to create new shapes by blending between database shapes. Here we see the part-based recombination of two robots. The user can choose how many parts are replaced by moving a slider. The user can also select a third robot and add some of its parts to the composition. The system automatically analyzes a large number of existing 3D shapes from a database. Here we see a very simple shape as an example for the performed shape analysis. The 3D shapes are segmented into parts. For each part, we also calculate a local coordinate system by principal component analysis of the part's point cloud. The algorithm then looks for contacts between parts. Here we see the graph of connections between parts. This is the shape analysis for a more complex shape. The segmentation into parts, the PCA for each segment, and the contact analysis. During shape analysis, a segmentation hierarchy is generated. The resulting hierarchy contains many details in fine levels and less details in coarse levels. Parts are positioned by a mass spring system to enforce contacts. Here, the springs connecting the segments of this simple robot are shown. This is the result with the mass spring system turned off and on again. The solver updates the segment positions while blending. Here we see the user interface of the system. The user selects a shape to start and can now explore shape variations by adding parts from other shapes in the database. The user selects a target shape, and by moving the slider, the system automatically interpolates between the source and the target. This is the blend between two robots. Both robots have very different parts and structure, which makes interpolation difficult. Nevertheless, the system generates plausible results. Please note that the shown morphs are generated fully automatically by the system. No user interaction, apart from controlling the slider, is necessary at any point in the processing pipeline to generate these results. It is also possible to blend between different categories of shapes. Here, we see a morph between a ship and an airplane. This is a morph between two ships. On average, a user of our system needs less than 2 minutes to generate a desired blend shape. And here is another morph between two ships. Here we see the blend between two airplanes. Wings and turbines and other details are exchanged. Note that the intermediate shapes look plausible. This is a blend between two industrial machineries. Almost every intermediate shape is a plausible result. For our last example, we blend between robotic arms. Thank you for your attention.